In this lesson, we will continue with variables. Please type in the code you see here exactly as you see it. Pause the video to do so. Now that you've entered the code, let's run it to see what it does. We're presented with a text box, and it asks us to enter your name. So I'm going to type in Jeff and press enter. And it prints, "Hello, Jeff. How are you doing, Jeff?" Let's take a closer look at what's happening here. Let's close the text box. And we pretty much know what the first two lines do for us. The text window.write into your name basically prompts the computer to print that to the screen, and then the text window.read reads what we enter and assigns it to the variable name. But also what happens here in the third line, the computer then writes hello, and then whatever we stored or typed into the computer, and then it executes another line that asks, "How are you doing?" and takes the value of the variable stored in name and writes it to the screen with a question mark afterwards. So let's take a look at that. Let's hit run again. And here we are executing line 1. When we press enter, line 2 is executed because the value Jeff is stored to the variable name, and then the computer prints hello and then adds the value of the variable name, which is Jeff, and then it prints a second line and it says, "How are you doing?" Adds the value of the variable name, which is Jeff, and then adds a question mark at the end. So let's close the text box and let's modify our code a little bit, because I think it's important to understand that the quotation marks are very important, and how you position your text between the quotation marks will alter your display. So for example, let's remove the space after the word doing. Let's delete that. And now let's add 4 spaces, and let's enter in Jeff. Notice what happened to our display. Because we removed the space after doing, it removed the space in our output. And because we added 4 spaces before the question mark, it added the 4 spaces here as well. Okay, press a key. And if we go back and fix what we did, let's add a space here after doing and remove the 4 spaces before the question mark and run our code. And this time I'm going to type in John. Notice our output is back correctly. Go ahead and close the text box. So keep in mind, whatever you put inside of your quotation marks is the same as telling the computer, this is exactly how I want it to look. That's the end of this lesson. Thank you.